Hello everyone and welcome to Crypto Ripto. I'm Christian and today we are going to look at 4 altcoins tokens that are looking to be the best potential or up there with the best potential of growth coming into August or the altcoin season. Now we don't know when this altcoin season is going to pop. My prediction is altcoins are going to start popping towards the end of the year, beginning of next year. But we're going to start seeing steady growth in some of the major ones and some of the ones that are new to the market throughout August, towards the end and the beginning of September. So we want to get in there early and front run them. So those of you that are new to the channel, I'm Christian and I'm looking to give every newcomer or people that just want to know more about crypto the best information I can. So if you want some no opium, no FUD information on what altcoins and tokens are looking good at the moment, stay tuned and let's get into it. So let me start by saying that anything you see in this video or hear in this video is not financial advice. I'm no financial advisor and this bad boy is here for your educational purposes only. Now with that FUD out of the way, so let me start by saying that anything you see in this video or hear in this video is not financial advice. I'm no financial advisor and this bad boy is here for your educational purposes only. Now with that FUD out of the way, I just want to give you a little bit of information about what it is I'm looking at today. I want to look into tokens and altcoins that I think are going to be up and coming in the next months or the next altcoin season, which I predict is going to come out around about the end of the year, beginning of next. But we can never be sure of what alt token, what coin is going to pump. Anyone that says that they know it is just absolutely chatting out their backside, because we can only go on what we believe the trend is looking at, what the socials are looking at, and what the price charts are saying within a token to see if the smart money or the investors are really backing this altcoin or alt token. Now, those are the people that are out there that watch YouTube. You'll see a lot of YouTubers shilling tokens on the way to church or saying that they know all the best altcoin gains and alt tokens and they're making magicians that can pull gains out their arse and all stuff like that. But truth be told is that's just clickbait, because we know and you know that you are smart enough that not every investment, not every token call, not every sort of trade can pay off. But what we like to do is find the best ones that we think we can put on our radar to have a little bit of a better look into to see if we can front run this, get in there early for the mass majority FOMO in. And here at Crypto Ripto, that's what we like to do. But do we always get it right? No. Do we get it right more times than we get it wrong? Yes. Obviously from my investments, from my trading, we do that. But that's only by hours and hours of research. So this was an important bit of information I wanted to give you before I dive into these tokens, because I feel like now the opium and the euphoria is starting to creep back into the crypto market. We're no longer in fear, we're in neutral on the trend. People are going to start getting back into crypto. So that means one or two things. A, it's great because we can start making gains again. And B, the scammers will be out in force. So please always beware of that. So with that little bit of information said and done, let's jump straight into these tokens and altcoins now. I'm going to start with 2 well-known altcoins and 2 relatively new to the market alt tokens. We're going to try and get a balance of the both, because we always like to say balance your portfolio between safe and a little bit between risky. So number 1, boom. So there's no surprise, obviously, with all the information and the London hard fork upgrade, that number 1 on our list at the moment is Ethereum. Now, the reason I've picked Ethereum is for one or two things. One, yes, Ethereum's pumping and doing great, so a lot of people are on the trend of Ethereum at the moment. But 2 is, like I say, I want to keep my crypto community safe as I can. And I feel that Ethereum is very nearing its all-important resistance level where it could get rejected. So therefore, I want to do more of the charting today on Ethereum for the people out there that are either A, invested in it, or B, want to invest in it. Jumping straight into the Ethereum price chart now. Now we're looking at the daily time frame here, so I can show you this massive W pattern that's happened with Ethereum. that's playing out nicely and coming up to this all important key resistance area, which was back on after the crash way back in June here. The key resistance area that kept getting rejected before Ethereum went all the way down to the price chart we said at 1,700. Now, obviously, I have to tell you that this is not the same as it was back in June, because the fear is not as in the market as much as it was back in June. There wasn't as much bullish momentum on Ethereum and updates coming out like they are now. So this to me could be the green shoot on to Ethereum now gaining these prices and making this 2,500 to 2,800 level stick. But that remains to be seen. The reason I wanted to chart it is because we need to look at this key area here. As you can see, Ethereum had a strong support, which was its resistance all the way back here, here, and here, where it done the touch points. And this price was back at 2,600, which was a key area. Obviously, we broke through that with the bullish momentum, the news of the hard fork, and we've shot up to reach potentials of 2,800. Now, this is where we have to be cautious. And in my opinion, I mean, you can tell me in the comments below if you think this is no worry for Ethereum, we're going to smash through it and we're going to start moon shooting, or we're going to hit the resistance, come back down, maybe retest and bounce off the 2,600 before we start going on to higher highs. Because for me, and in my opinion, Ethereum needs to put in a higher high against these two areas here before it bounce back, retest and put this key resistance into support before we start seeing an uptrend and a more momentum of Ethereum. And I get really bullish on Ethereum because I want to see it make this kind of area here its dominant playground, rather than bouncing back down to these levels down here around about the 2,000 to 2,300 mark. Now, I know everyone's euphoric and bullish on Ethereum at the moment, but we just have to play caution and make sure that we do look at these key levels on the charts, because this is where the money might get rejected or the manipulation might start. So if you know about charting, great. If you don't, all you need to do is take a snapshot, pause the video, take a snapshot of this, look at these levels, and use this as a guide for when you're looking to maybe invest in Ethereum. It's not financial advice, it's just what I'm doing myself. So that being said, we're going to move into the next token now, and this one is also one of the top trading tokens and one of the ones that I think is about ready to blow and be prime. Comes as no surprise is that's Cardano. So let's jump over to Cardano's chart and see what that's saying and where the support and resistance and how we're seeing the growth in the Cardano price. So as you can see, I've already been looking at Cardano because I am personally invested in it. Like I say, I have been for over a year now. And you can see the key resistance areas and the support area that I'm looking at Cardano at the moment. And I'll explain to you a little bit about why. So Cardano's key support area has been sort of around about here, where we've seen sort of growth, shoot up, it get rejected, go sideways a little bit, and then shoot back up. Because obviously we are looking at the daily chart. And if you have a look, this price was when it came back down before on the crash. This is where it here, and it has had many kind of little indicators all around here before Cardano got rejected at this key resistance and dropped all the way down here. It used it as support here that got broken and went all the way down to the lowest it has been area around about $1. And then Cardano's been finding its momentum, broke this key resistance area that was support after a few attempts. Took it about 3 days, or you probably could say 4 days with this one, and then it found its momentum and it's going now to find higher ground. Now we have to be careful though with Cardano that it doesn't get a kind of rejection here, where we have seen some kind of levels around about here. You see with this 4 days worth of area here before it dropped down, we did see kind of resistance and support in this kind of area. So this was a key area. But the reason I've put this as my key resistance, is Cardano's broken through this and is turning this area into support now. Now, for those that are new to crypto, I don't want to put too many lines or technicals on there because I don't think it's relevant at this moment in time. I think what we need to look at for Cardano is, does it start reaching its key area and start maintaining growth here up to $1.47, $1.50? Or does it start retracing, have a bounce, which is a confirmation at $1.30, and then we start seeing springs up to Cardano, then start putting in higher highs? Because Cardano's got a lot more backing, a lot more Cardano armies behind it now. But what I think Cardano's got more on this run is a lot more the smart money analysts are looking at Cardano as a backing. But let me know what you think in the comments below. And also, if you've just joined in right now, please hit that like button, slap that subscribe bar, tickle that bell notification if you can be bothered to do that, because that helps me and this channel immensely. So now we've looked at these two obviously popular tokens, where the price charts are, where we think this is going to go. We think it's obviously investment time for these kind of tokens now. We're going to look at two lower alt caps now. One's quite new, only got released on CoinMarketCap today, I believe. And the other one is relatively new. I think got released on CoinMarketCap probably, I don't know, a few days ago or maybe just over a week ago. So let's jump straight in. Boom. So alt token number one is one called SafeVault. Now, I don't know if any of you have heard about this or this has been on anyone's radar, but as you know, we're going to look into this now. And people that know Ripto know that when we look at these alt tokens, we have to look at CoinMarketCap, their website, their social, and their all-important price chart. So this is what we're going to do with these two alt tokens, which is a little bit different to what we did with Ethereum Cardano. So what is SafeVault? Well, we'll jump over to the website quickly now and we'll go into why SafeVault. You see, SafeVault gives you a reward system for yielding your tokens. Here it says they're much different compared to roughly 3% on each sale holding SafeMoon directly. So this is all geared around SafeMoon. The larger market share of the charity, this is just saying about what it does with fundamentals of it, because it's doing a bit of charity work as well. And here it says, how do rewards work? So for instance, every time you buy the token, it triggers off a timer to buy SafeMoon tokens. And obviously their rewards are distributed out, obviously in line with where you are in the queue. So the higher in the queue you are, the likely you are to get a reward. So I think you get the gist of this now. You buy the token, you hold the token, you're in the queue, and you get rewarded based on that token. And that's all geared around SafeMoon. Now jump over to their website and have a look, because it's got some other stuff on there about Everrise, Tiki token and stuff like that. And it's also got a little bit about its tokenomics, about the supply, the purchase fee and the selling fee. It hasn't got a lot on its marketing, and it hasn't got the developers on there, which we like. It has got an FAQ. If you've got a lot of questions that relate to in this, you can have a look at it and it will answer a lot of them. It's got a little bit of a roadmap that will tell you about that. But all in all, I think this is one that's under the radar at the moment. And like saying about on the socials, well, like I say, it's relatively new to the market. So the socials are relatively new, but this is organic traffic. And I've had a look at this because look at it. It all has around about 137, 77, 200, which we've seen many shite tokens have that amount of engagement when they're saying they've got 39,000 followers. So SafeVault is building itself an organic army on the back of SafeMoon. So this should really give the kind of token a boosting start for when this starts coming on people's radars and their marketing kicks in, that this is going to roll alongside of SafeMoon. Now to that all important price chart action, because that's what we really want to know about. Boom. So jumping into SafeVault's price chart action, you can see it had its initial bot growth, but it never had the retracement. Now I'm not 100% sure why. I wasn't on launch day on this token. But the bots launched it, and obviously it went all the way up and had its retracement from a all-time high, where normally this one would have been its high, it would have dumped, and then obviously it would have gone down. But because it had kind of an organic growth back in, it went up to like really high highs of what it is now, and then started its sell-off and retracement till it found its bottom. And then since it found its bottom, which was very, you know, minimal, it's just been climbing all the way up, because this is the 1 hour chart. And as you can see here on the 1 hour, it was only down at its bottom for around about 2 hours before it did its growth from there to where it is now of 207%, which for me is a steady growth. And that's what we like to see in new tokens to the market. We don't want to see hockey stick candles up and down, because that suggests that they're just having pump and dumps. We like to see supported growth, and that's what we've seen here. This was its real bottom. It sort of like found momentum around about here, went to another, round about here, went to another like kind of nearly again at its all-time high up around here before it went back down, retraced, and was down here for quite a number of hours. So I'd say this was its kind of newfound bottom. So let's jump into the final alt token, and so our final alt token is Bybit. Now this is only just joined CoinMarketCap today, and I think only come out on the 3rd of August. So this has only been out about 3 days. So this is sort of pumped, dumped, gone decline, found its bottom, and is on its way up now. So in the last 24 hours, it's had 335,000 pumped into it. It's that new that they've not got any information on the fully diluted market cap yet. So you will have to go over and look at this one to see, are we early on this one? Are we front running Bybit? And with it being only 3 days old, are we in this token pretty early? Let's just jump into the website quickly and say, what is Bybit? Now, as you can see here, it's got a big vision. And again, it's a reward token. So but that's why I put it up against SafeVault, pretty similar. But this is doing it with BNB, not SafeMoon. So this is where you can look at what your dashboard is. It'll be connected to your wallet, I believe. But go over there and look at the white paper, and it'll give you a lot of information about what this token is. But just giving you in a brief nutshell, because we are pressing on this video quite long. It is another reward system. So you hold Bybit and you'll earn BNB back through the back of it as a reward for hodling this token. So how that works and how a lot of the fundamental works, you can dive over there and have a look at this white paper. But here you'll see a lot of its Q2, Q3 and Q4 roadmaps. So you can see how new this token is and see if this token is for you. But for me, it looks, if their plans come off and they're ambitious as they are now with offline advertising and Twitch partnership and etc., by Q4 you could have a great investment here. So what are the socials saying? Well, again, Twitch is a very organic grower. It's 10.7 thousand, but its engagement is relatively low. So to me, it doesn't look like this is organically grown as of yet. Now, it has got people behind it, backing it, shilling it. Obviously, you've got Fabio Crypto, you've got a few others that would have been shilling this coin, but the engagement is relatively low. Now, that is because it is brand new. Obviously, if you go back to the token metrics and the roadmap, you can see how brand new it is. So I'm not affiliated with this coin in any way. I just try and find these absolute low bangers to see if they're worth front running or go all the way through. Now, I could easily invest a little bit of money, wait till it 2x's, get my original investment out, and then if this does grow to their market cap, it's going to be free money. So say for instance you had $100, invest your $100, it 2x's, take your $100 out, you've got free money. Then if it gets to its 500 market cap, oh my God, how much free money would you have just by hodling a token that was given to you just by getting in early, front running and being smart, trading safe, trading smart, not getting wrecked. So the price chart, obviously, as you see, it pumped, it went back down, sort of done a steadily gradual decline. This is a 1 hour chart because obviously it's quite new, and then had its pump all the way up, found momentum, had a bit of a sell-off of all the people that probably brought in around about here, got a bit euphoric and excited, didn't want to hodl, or were doing what we said, just taking initial investment out. That's why it didn't drop that much. And it has found its bottom around about 3,920, and it's perfectly gone up to 5,920 now. So from 3,920 to 5,920, 50%, sorry. So you can see it's done 50%. And if this now gets rejected, obviously at this level here, which it is finding as resistance, this is quite strong resistance in the last hour. If it breaks through here and gains support, then obviously, yes, this is going to momentum up. But if you've been watching the other price chart action, this one's easier to chart because we've got two massive areas of resistance and support. So pop over there, have a look. You can get all the information that I've given you today. I appreciate everyone that stayed to the end, if you have stayed to the end of this video, because I know for a fact that this is a long one. Hope you found this very informative, and I hope that this will make you sort of look at everything in a better light before you start investing into things willy-nilly now, because I'm obviously just looking to give everyone the best knowledge I can from the way I invest, and I'm going to be in crypto a long time, and hopefully you are. So please, 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 as always, leave a comment, hit the like, smash the subscribe, tip the bell notification. But more importantly than any of that for me is trade safe, trade smart, and don't get ripped.